Okay, welcome to, I believe, part 5 of the Worship Center ProPresenter training. This is how to print the announcement slides just on a regular sheet of paper. Doug likes to have this as a backup because sometimes the back screen has failed, and so he will, at some point on Sunday morning, come up to the booth and ask if you have the announcement slides, the announcement slides print off. So this should be one of the first things you do so that you have that ready for him as soon as he comes up. If you don't have it ready by the time he comes up, say, yep, I'll get that right away. Go ahead and do this and then put it on the front pew on the left side, sort of directly in front of the piano. That's where Doug usually sits. So the way you do this is there's a couple of different ways. I'll walk you through both of them. The easy way works. It doesn't work as well as the better way, but it will work if you're crunched on time, or if this B over here, the better way, is a little too complicated. So this is working under the assumption that there is nothing in front of these slides. So what we're going to do is we're going to take these two and we're going to drag them to the very end so that our first few slides are the actual live announcement slides that we're going to use. Okay? So you have to work under that assumption. If it's not, do what I just did and rearrange them so that the slides are the first things there. All right? So, and let's say this is going to cause, I know this is going to cause an issue somewhere. So let's say we have this, this background going, we're going through the songs, right? Okay, let's say we get here, end of the song. Now, you want to have a blank screen or black screen. You can just hit this welcome. It's still enabled. Or let's say we still have that background back up. Or remember, there's a hotkey for killing everything and going to a black screen, and that's this clear all. So we'll hit that. Doug steps on stage. Hey, welcome to South Church, blah, 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 blah. Here's the announcements. Make sure you join our text list. And that's up. Okay? So here's how we're going to print this. We're going to do just a simple file print, or we'll do Command P as the hotkey. We can click it there. Make sure that this is in thumbnail view. Make sure that this says choir room. Those should be defaults. All you should have to do is hit print. If there are a lot of announcement slides, make sure this is to 2 columns. If there's just one, just open up the one. I'm going to open this as a PDF in preview so that you can see what it's going to print. But you would normally just hit print and then go walk to the choir room and pick it up off the printer. So let's open this as a PDF in preview just to see what it looks like. So this creates these nice big images right here. Obviously, we could, if we wanted to, we could just tell it to not print the entire thing. So it's just print pages 1 and 2, and we can actually do that from here. So Command P, and we just want pages 1 to 2, and that's it. And you can see here it's only going to print those two pages. So we'll go back. Let's see what this looks like as 2 columns. So we'll hit cancel, close this. So we'll click here again. We'll hit File, Print. We'll do 2 columns now. We'll open this as a PDF in preview. And you can see it fits it all to one slide. Again, we don't have to print the entire thing. So we can print this from preview and just do Command P. And we just want from 1 to 1. And so that way it just does that. Now, the downside with doing it this way, yes, you get more to a page, but the text is a little small, and since it prints in black and white, it's very hard to read this. So if there's a slide, an announcement slide, this is probably okay. First Saturday every month, Fireside Room, that's readable, legible. This is legible. This is probably too small. So for this one, I would say do the 1 column instead of the 2, and that should work. If you print it with 2 columns and realize that it's illegible after you print it, that's fine. Just write the details on the side, just with a pen, and put it on the front slide. Okay. Now let's do the better way to do this. So we're going to do, go to the announcement song in the service. I'm going to kill these from running. Press Command-Shift-4. What Command-Shift-4 is, you can see here, I'll put it on a little lighter screen so you can see the contrast. What this does is it creates a little crosshair, and what this crosshair is doing is it's allowing you to take a screenshot of that little part of the screen. So if you click and hold and release, it'll create a screenshot. So let me go here to the desktop and screenshot. We'll hit space and preview it. Now, that's that little screenshot from today, at 11:02 a.m., and that's what you just did a screenshot of. So what we're going to do, let me bring our little training guide back up. We're going to do a screenshot of these 2 at a time. So Command-Shift-4, and we'll just do this right here. And we'll do it again just for this one. Okay. So now we need to open Word. So we'll do Command-Space, Word. We're just going to do a new document. Now, I'm going to move this out of the way. We're going to drag these images into Word. So we'll just click and drag, and click and drag. We want that above there. And what we'll do is we'll just resize this to make it as large as possible. I don't typically like this way. It's a lot more steps. But if you want to do it that way, you can. It virtually gives you the same thing. It just, no, it's supposed to give you a little higher resolution, but I'm not seeing any higher resolution. So I would say do it the easier way. I think it works better. And again, from here, just hit Command-P, and it'll print to the choir room. So I would say just go with the easier way. It's a little easier to work with. Yeah, I actually think you get a little bit better image quality. So on the next training, we're going to go through, well, actually, that's it for the video trainings. So I'll walk you through the Sunday workflow really quick. You can just pull this up as a checklist to make sure that you've done everything. So you're going to make sure that the projectors are on, and you don't need to lower the rear screen. That's left over from Creative. We'll say all 3. You're going to log into this iMac. You'll do a comm check. Hopefully, maybe you can get the video person or the lighting person to just put on the comm and make sure that the comms are working. I do typically use those from, if I'm over in Creative and I need you to go to look at something or just need to ask something, I'll do the call on the comm, and so that will make the little red LED on the front of the comm pack light up really bright, and it'll flash. So if you see that, put your headset on and listen, or say, hey, lighting from Worship Center, what do you need? Or sorry, presenter from Worship Center, what do you need? Let's see. Start the countdown clock. You actually don't need that here in Balanced. So we'll do video checks. You don't need that here in Balanced as well. Man, I'm glad I'm going through this. Sorry, you can tell I've recorded a bunch of these in a row, so I'm not doing as good a job of editing. Going to run through the rehearsal with the band. So make sure that their slides and their lyrics are all good. Corb, or whoever the worship leader is, may ask you to change the order of the slides. In case you need to do that, all that is just simply click on the slide, select it, and then just drag it anywhere it needs to go. So if they say, hey, we actually want to do another chorus again after verse 3, of course I would pick a song with no chorus. Or let's say we want to repeat this slide again, right click, copy, right click, paste, and that just duplicates that slide right there. All right, undo that. Load the sermon slides. Start the prelude slides. We're going to start the announcement slides here in Balanced. Go to the bathroom. That may sound really stupid or childish, but it's a pretty important part because you don't want to have to go in the middle of service and then not be able to go. So, closing up shop, this is what you need to do at the end of the day. Put the iMac to sleep. How you do that is you click the little Apple button up here in the far top left, and then just click sleep. Make sure that you turn all 3 projectors off. Those projector bulbs have a limited lifetime. I think it's something like 10,000 hours, which seems like a long time unless they're left on, which quickly reduces the life of those bulbs. And those bulbs are roughly $300 each, so they're very expensive. So please turn the projectors off. If there's any feedback, like, hey, this slide didn't work, or this slide was cropped wrong, or we didn't have this announcement slide, write it on a Post-it note here. There should be plenty of Post-its over here on this little wooden box, and just leave me a note there. If there aren't any Post-its, text me or email me. So all of that will work. Okay, that's it. You should be good on the Worship Center ProPresenter. And if you have any questions, please ask. Everybody's learning something at this point, and there's always people coming in and learning something. So, ask if you have a question. It's the best way to learn. Thanks for watching all the training and making it through to this point. Sorry for this video being a little choppy. This is the 5th one in a row. So I'll see you on Sunday.